diamonds, you could have as few as 3.
Okay.
You could have 4 spades, 4 hearts, we can open a major, 2 clubs, and 3 diamonds.
And he could bid
You would
that
bid
if
diamonds.
he's the first.
If you pick up a hand that has 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs, you've got an opening hand. You can't bid either major suit, right? Because you have to have 5. So the next thing to do, you have to open, you bid your longest minor, which is diamonds. So you don't have 3. So your partner could open, frequently may, not frequently, but certainly more than never, could have 3 diamonds. So for you to respond in diamonds or clubs, you must have 5.
Okay.
Yes.
We were told that that happens about 1 out of 20 times,
Okay.
and that you have to just
Well-
assume 4 diamonds when diamonds are bid.
Well, I
And that's the way we
never,
were taught.
go ahead.
That's the way we were taught, so that if you had 4, he opens the diamonds and you have 4 diamonds, if that's all, your only choice, you go ahead and bid.
Well, if that's what you and your partner want to do, I don't recommend that, because if you have an 8-card fit in diamonds, you probably don't want to be in diamonds anyway. You want to be in
Yeah, we've had 2 different instructors that both said that.
That's it, like that.
That
Okay, well, I'm just taking what I'm saying directly out of the ACPL recommendation. I don't say what you're saying is absolutely never do that. A lot of partnership agreements will say, okay, I'll raise your diamonds with 4. And if that's what you all have decided to do, then fine, that's 8, if you're promising 4. But your partner may have 3 sometime, and you end up in a 7-card fit. Okay, so you can raise diamonds if you have between 6 and 9 points and 5 diamonds. The preferable bid is to bid another suit, a major, at the 1 level. Okay? If you've got a 4-card major and your partner opens 1 club or 1 diamond, you should bid it if you've got 6 or 9 points. You're trying to find the fit in the major suits, not the minor suits. Okay? So if you've got 7 points and 4 hearts over a 1 diamond opening, you would bid 1 heart. Okay, if you have both hearts and spades, you can go up the ladder. You bid hearts first. If he comes back with whatever, you can then show your spades if you have enough points. So your top priority in responding to a 1 bid in a minor is to bid your 4 or card or longer major suit. Okay? Once again, that bid is forcing. The opener cannot pass that bid. All right, if you have neither of those things, but you have 6 to 9 points, you can bid 1 no trump, same as here. Okay? And the order of preference is, first bid your 4-card major if you have it. Second, bid 1 no trump. And third, the lowest priority is to raise the minor suit. You only do that when you can't bid the other 2, one of the other 2 things. Okay, so let's look at a few hands here.
Well, I got a question.
Yes.
What you said there didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
If you can always bid 1 no trump from 6 to 9 points, when is it that you can't?
Well, you always can, but there are preferable bids, and the preferable bid is to bid another suit at the 1 level. So in this instance here, where you bid a heart, you had a better bid than 1 no trump. The better bid was 1 spade. Okay,
But I mean, if you're comparing a minor suit to the 1 no trump,
Right.
the minor suit would never be better.
I'm saying, yes, you should bid 1 no trump before you raise to the minor. Okay? Sometimes you can't, you have to raise to the minor. Okay?
That's what I'm asking. Where is it that you can't, if you can always bid it if you have 6 to 9 points?
Okay. Let me get this order of precedence. If you bid the minor, let's find an example here. Here. Oh, let's look at this hand right here. That's not it.
to say that hand opened with 1 club.
This hand open one
The
club.
second one opened with 1 club.
Okay, second hand open 1 club. And you've got
You got 5 clubs.
5 clubs and you've got 7, 8, 9 points plus a W. You've got 10 points, you actually have more there. You can certainly bid 2 clubs there.
Or you.
I see what your question is. Let me try to go through it and answer it. So if you have a 5-card minor, and that's the suit that your partner bid, you can raise to the 2 level. Okay? You can also bid 1 no trump. All right?
Why would you bid a one no trump over the suit?
Well, because you're trying to find the fit in no trump, in the diamonds to get into no trump, rather than 5 diamonds.
Because it takes.
But I see what your point is, and I think bidding 2 diamonds over 1 diamond if you have 5 is acceptable if you don't have a 4-card major.
So you prefer that over one no trump?
It would depend on my hand. If I've got, I'd have to look at the hand, but it's okay. Yes, it's fine. If you have 4, I wouldn't. Yeah.
You're communicating that you don't have a 4-card major.
Yeah, exactly. That's an excellent point. If you raise the diamonds or the clubs, you're saying to your partner, okay, I've got at least 5 of these, or 4 if that's what your agreement is, and I do not have a 4-card major.
Yeah.
Okay? So you don't have a major fit. Neither of you have a 4-card major, right?
And that's the same
Or
with one.
or even if the owner has a 4-card major, you don't, so you can't have 8 cards between you and majors.
Well, and if you had 6 diamonds, that would be preferable to bidding 1 no trump.
Yes.
I mean,
believe it would have been.
Yeah.
But your
I mean-
partner can come back with the two diamonds if it's 3 months to go.
Well, what I'm saying is, what he asked is,
I
when
didn't
is
hear
the
the
time that
6
you would
diamond
bid the diamonds rather than 1
She
no
said if you had
trump?
6 diamonds, that would be acceptable to no trump, and I agree with that.
Yeah, my question wasn't whether, when the minor would be preferable, is when the no trump wouldn't be.
Okay, well, let's look at a few hands and see if it comes up here. All right, so in this instance, you have between 6 and 9 points, a minimum hand, all right? And your partner's opened 1 diamond, and you hold this is your holding here. So you've got your 5, 6, 7 high card points and 1 dummy point. So you've got 8 points to respond. You got 4 diamonds. Do you raise to 2 diamonds?
1 spade.
One spade.
Yeah, your highest priority is to mention your major suit, yes.
No, I have a question,
Okay.
because I didn't think you could count dummy points until you and your partner had a suit. I mean, you don't know, you can't, how can you count dummy points when you don't know where you are yet?
You're correct.
That's right.
But if you're in spades, you have 8 points. Okay? So you can anticipate that you're going to be in spades. If you're not, you have to reevaluate. You actually have to evaluate your hand as the auction proceeds. Because if you've got a lot of length and your partner has nothing, that length is probably not worth anything. And you've evaluated it as a lot at the beginning. So you have to go back and say, okay, we don't have a fit here. I've got to discount that from where I started. But you're correct. In the purest sense, you wouldn't count the dummy points until you've established the spade suit. Okay?
And would
Or the
your
diamond suit.
partner have to have bid that suit for it to be a dummy point?
Well, actually, that's correct as well, right? But you're either going to probably be in diamonds, spades, or no trump in this hand. If you're no trump, you absolutely can't count the
But if
dummy.
you bid the spades, do you count the dummy point?
Yeah, if you bid the spades and he has 4, then you found your 8 card. Your 8 card flip.
It wouldn't matter because 7 and 8 points are.
All right, so let's focus on this. So you've got 8 points if you count the dummy, 7 if you don't. So you're still in the range, so your bid here is 1 spade over the 1 diamond opening. Now, if you open 1 diamond here, what's your bid? Here's the ones with the 1 no trump. You've got 5, 6, 7. Okay? So you can't bid the clubs at the 2 level. You don't have enough points. You have to have 10 points to bid them at the 2 level. You don't have spades, you don't have hearts, you don't have 5 diamonds or even 4. So what's your bid?
1 no trump.
A no trump, right. Okay, here, your partner opened 1 diamond, you've got 5 points. A long suit here, what would you bid there?
1 heart.
Yeah, I bid a heart there.
You only
You're
need
gonna have a point
4.
here or here, depending upon where it runs out. So you've got 6 points that way. All right, so what we've been talking about are, we have a room here. response where you have 6 to 9 points. Okay, this is a minimum hand. Ten to 11 points for a medium hand, and 12 more is a maximum hand. So if you have 6 to 9 points as a responder, you may have game, you probably don't, but you make forcing bids, and a forcing bid is a new suit. Anytime the responder who's not a passed hand gets a new suit, the opener must bid again. So just hypothetically, if the opener bids 1 diamond, and you bid, he goes pass, and you bid 1 heart, and he passes, and he bids 1 club, he had 2 clubs, he had to bid there, he could not pass this. And you pass, and then you bid 1 spade, that's a new suit.
Correct.
The opener must bid again. As long as the responder names new suits, you have to bid again, it's a forcing bid.
And you can't pass on the no trump bids, right?
He can pass 1 no trump. 1 no trump is a invitational bid, as is a raise of your partner's suit. Okay, so if I bid 1 spade and you raise me to 2, that's invitational. I can pass it, I can bid 3 spades, I can bid 4 spades, I can bid anything else that I think's appropriate, but I can pass that. If he goes 1 spade, 1 no trump, I can bid again if I want, but I'm not forced to. I can pass that 1 no trump. But if it goes 1 heart, 1 spade, I'm forced to bid again. Okay? Does everyone see that distinction?
Yeah, good question on that.
Yes.
So you go 1 heart, 1 no trump, and then I bid 2 clubs.
That's not forcing.
That's not forcing, even though it's a new suit?
No, if the opener rebids a new suit, it's non-forcing unless you jump. Okay, and even some jumps are invitation. And we'll talk more about that next week. But this is a place where people get confused. If the responder names a new suit, the opener is forced to bid again. In the example that was given there, he said, what if it goes 1 diamond, pass, 1 spade, pass, 2 clubs by the opener? That's a new suit, but it's not forcing. That's an invitation bid or a descriptive bid. If you jump to 3 clubs, then it's forcing. That's a jump shift. We'll talk about that later. Okay? So a new suit by the opener is not necessarily forcing unless it's a jump of some sort. There's a few other ways you can do it.
So
It's not.
what would, I'm the responder, and I'm interested in total points because I have to decide where we're going,
Right.
right? We go 1 diamond and I bid 1 spade,
Okay.
and he comes back with 2 clubs. Does that tell me anything about his points?
Well,
or
it would
only
tell-
about the
it
shape
would-
of his hand?
It would tell me he has 5 spades and probably 5 clubs, is what I would call him, and maybe 4. And I would think he's got sort of a minimal opening hand, 12 to 15 points is what I would take from that.
Okay.
You said 5 spades and?
4 spades. because he
Well,
opened
he
a
did
diamond.
clubs, so he has to have at least 4 to bid.
He opened a
Right.
diamond, so
Okay.
he opened a diamond, which means he does
Oh,
not
I'm
have.
sorry. All right, so he has, so this is telling me you probably have, 5 diamonds and 4 clubs, or 5 diamonds and
Okay, I
5
was wondering where
clubs.
the spades were.
Something like that.
Because you haven't bid a major suit or supported his suit.
So say it goes 1 club, 1 no trump. Or no, 1 club, 1 heart, 1 no trump, 2 spades.
Well, we're jumping a little ahead of ourselves here, but we're jumping into the,
That's the second suit that he named.
yeah. Well, you're talking about responses by the opener, and we're going to cover
The
that.
responder said, his name hearts and spades.
Okay, so how did the bidding go?
1 club, 1 spade, 1 no trump, 2 hearts.
Well, he could
First
have
of
4
all-
hearts.
First of all, this bid is very, very specific. This says part I have a minimum opening hand and it's balanced. I've got between 12 and 14 points and it's a balanced hand. And so if this person bid 2 hearts, he's saying, I don't want to play a no trump, I want to play in hearts. And it's really,
He's saying,
I want to play in hearts or spades.
Right.
But we're getting way ahead of ourselves here because also this is a suit, the second suit is lower than the first suit. And so for this person to bid again, he has to bid at the 3 level, that he wants to bid spade. He wants, well, no, he can bid 2 spades, right? So this bid to me is a preference. Part, you want to play 2 hearts or 2 spades.
So you're saying he can't pass that?
He can pass it.
Okay, so he can pass that?
He can pass this.
No, the 2 heart.
Yes, he can definitely pass it.
Oh.
Oh, it's a new suit, yeah, you're right.
You have to reverse that because that won't work. If I bid, my first response is
He
one
should say
spade.
hearts first, sure, correct.
If my first response is 1 spade, I'm denying that I have 4 hearts just to begin with.
That's right.
So,
You're right.
so
We're getting sort of off on a tangent here, let's get back on track.
It's
But-
choice.
But what I want to reinforce here is when you respond to a minor suit, you have to have 5. And you're trying, your first preference is to get into a major suit fit. So if you have a 4-card major suit, you bid it. You bid it from the bottom up. Okay? All right, so now we were talking about points. If you have 6 to 9, that's minimum. You may or may not have games. It's probably not. If your partner has a great hand, you may be. 10 to 11 is a medium hand. There's a good chance you may have game there, but you don't know for sure. So at this point, you make invitational bids. All right, so let's talk about that. You have 10 to 11 points. Let's see, make sure my hands are 10, 9. Right here. All right, so your partner's up with 1 spade. All right? You've got 6, 7, 10 points. What would you bid there? Right, you have a good heart suit, you can bid 2 hearts here. You have 10 points, you can name a new suit, your partner must bid again. All right, he's bid 1 spade, you've got 4, 10, what is it, 4, 8, 10, plus your suit's established, right? You've got 4 spades, you're gonna play in spades, right? He opens 1 spade, you've got 4, you've got at least 9 between you, that's the trump suit, that's settled. Now you just have to decide, are we going to win 2 spades, 3 spades, or 4 spades? And when you do this, if you had 6 to 9 points, you would simply bid 2 spades. But you've got more than that. You've got 4, 8, 10, plus 1 for this. Okay? So you have 11, although this is nebulous counting that as a double. All right? I probably wouldn't count that as a double. I'd count 5 points. All right, so you've got 10 points, more than 9. So what would you bid in this instance?
3
You jump 1 level, so you bid 3 spades. Now this is an invitational bid. This is a forcing bid. It's a new suit. This is invitational. This is saying, partner, it's called a limit raise. Okay? You're saying, partner, I have exactly 10 or 11 points. Some people play at 12. But let's say 10 to 11 points. And I have 4 of your trump. Okay? That's what that says. And then your partner can look at her suit, add the 10 or 11 points to her total, and decide whether to pass this or bid game. So if your partner has a minimum hand, 13 points, you're going to pass, right? If they've got 16 points, you're going to bid 4 spades. Okay, but when you rebid the suit, it's invitational. Okay, ideally you have to have 4. Some people play this where you have to have 3, because with 3 you know you have an 8-card fit. Okay, there's another bid that you can learn that helps you determine whether you have 4 or 3. But for now, let's say 4. If you want to play 3, that's acceptable. Okay, 1 spade. Here's your suit. Your hand: 6, 7, 10. No spade.
2 diamonds?
You could bid 2 diamonds here. You've got 5 diamonds. You could bid, you want to bid diamonds before you close. That forces your partner to bid again.
By saying 2 diamonds, you're saying you have 10 points.
You're saying you have 2
Because
diamonds.
you jumped from
And
1
you
to 2.
don't have a 4-card major, and you have 10
That's
points.
correct.
Question.
Exactly correct. Yes.
Question. I've seen the computer do it very often, bid the 2 diamonds, even though they had a golden fit elsewhere.
Well,
Then they came back with the trump on the second time around.
that's when you have a game.
Yeah, he knows he has a game already.
Right, and this, he doesn't know by that bid,
Okay.
all right? Because you'll see, you're gonna have a hand when it looks exactly the same, but if he had 3 spades here, he's gonna bid 2 diamonds, and the reason why is because he wants to get more information. He has a real strong hand, not in this instance. In fact, let's just go to it here, I think it's right here. These are the maximum hands, okay? You've got 12 or more points. All right, so this is your hand. How many points do you have? 6, 10, 12, 13 points, right? Plus 1 there for the dummy point. Does everybody see that? Okay, so your partner opened 1 spade. Okay, you've got 13 points and 4 spades. You could just bid 4 spades there, right? Okay, but what if your partner has 20 points? You missed a swing, right? Okay, so there's an intermediate bid here. What you do is bid 2 diamonds. You have no intention of playing in diamonds. You're simply trying to get more information from your partner. No matter what he bids, if it's some other suit or whatever, then on your next bid, you bid 4 spades. But if he bid diamonds, say, if you bid 2 diamonds and he bids 3 diamonds, now you know you have diamonds and spades. Maybe you can want to pursue it further to see if you can bid something higher than game. And that's beyond the scope of this class. But that's what you do. If you have game, you know it's going to be in spades. You know it. So you bid 2 diamonds, extracting more information. This is another reason.
How would he respond?
Well, he'll respond in his next best suit or bid spades again, whatever. I don't know what his hand is. But this shows the highly importance of forcing bids. If your partner opens 1 spades and you bid 2 diamonds, and the opener, your partner passes, you'll want to jump over the table and strike her. Because you wanted her to bid again, just to find out more about her hand.
They have to.
If you don't bid, you've made a grievous bridge bidding error. If you open 1 spade, your partner bids 2 diamonds, you better bid again, yes.
Is that 2 diamonds, you have to have 4 of them?
You should have 4.
What if you don't have 4?
Well, if you just had that, then I wouldn't mess around, I'd bid 4 spades.
What if you don't have 4?
If you just have 3, you still have, you have an in-card
She's
bid.
talking about
Yeah.
Diamonds? So what's your question now?
What if you don't have 4 diamonds?
Bid
There's
4
the card.
spades.
Up with the
You still gonna go 2
ace
diamonds?
XX. Ace XX.
You still gonna say 2
Well,
diamonds?
I need another card somewhere.
Hearts, put 1 in hearts.
So it is.
Oh, okay, there.
With that one, there's a couple of bids you could make that are beyond what we're talking about today, but I would just be 4 spades.
Let's go back to the 2
That's
diamonds.
gonna be
This
12.
one?
You're
Okay.
telling your partner, let's talk about this.
Exactly.
And what would she say?
Well, it depends on what her hand is. I don't have her hand up there. Okay, if she's got a weak hand and,
Well,
no
if she
more
had
hearts or
6
something,
spades,
she
she
could
might.
bid 2 spades, could bid 3 spades. I don't know. We can't discuss that because the hand's not there. But it has to bid something, okay? And no matter what, depending on what your partner says, the opener, you'll either pursue further, asking more questions, or you'll just bid 4 spades.
The confusion I have is that if you say 2 diamonds here, you're passing and saying, or you're passing over the majors and saying, I don't have 4. When you say 2 diamonds over here, and you're telling the opener, uh-oh,
I can't.
Well,
you're not sending the same signal.
Well, it's not going to make any difference because you're in control here. The responder is in control. Your 2 diamond bid, you know you're going to play in spades. You know, your partner doesn't know yet.
Okay.
You will soon enough, okay? But you're just trying to extract information from your partner. You want to say, partner, tell me more about your hands. You can do that by making this bid of 2 diamonds there. Then your partner has to bid something. She'll describe her hand further, and based on what she says, you bid something else or just immediately go to 4 spades. You never bid 3 spades. You just jump to 4 spades. And I have no objection to just jumping to 4 spades.
You say 2 clubs, you were saying 3.
Because 3 is an invitation. When you bid 3, you're saying you have less points.
3 can be passed, 2 can't.
2 spades can be passed, 3 spades can be passed, 4 spades you're in game. If you bid another suit,
A new suit
a
can't.
new suit cannot be passed by the,
So basically, you're kind of like trying to see whether you want to be at game or possibly higher.
yeah, that's the only reason for making this intermediate bid. Just to pursue this, the hand further. Because there's a chance that you have slam there. Because you've got an opening hand opposite an opening hand. And if your partner has a real strong hand, which you may be able to determine by the next bid, then you may be in slam. Chances are you're going to be in 4 spades. 85% of the time you're in 4 spades. Okay? All right, so here's, yes.
If you exchange those diamonds and the clubs,
Yeah.
go in the top
And the
hand,
top one.
that you exchange the diamonds for the clubs, would you then say
To clubs.
2 clubs?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just not a 2 diamond
No,
bid.
it's whatever you're suited.
It's a 2, it's
If you
whatever
have
the
4
suit
hearts,
is.
you can
Okay,
have 2 hearts.
all right.
You bid your 4-card suit.
Yeah.
You're one suit.
I thought maybe it was some kind of
No, there's no, we're not talking,
bid or
It's
whatever.
supposed to be a
People
city.
think what they're
we're not going to talk about conventions until we get to Stamen and Jacoby at the end. We're just doing straightforward, natural bidding. Okay, so what I want you to take from this today is when your partner opens a major suit, if you have between 6 and 9 points, you raise it 1 level. If you have between 10 and 11 points, or 10 and 11 points, and we're talking about at least 3 card support, you raise it to the 3 level, inviting to game. If you have 12 or more points, make sure you bid in game in that suit. You can bid it directly, or if you want to explore the hand further, you bid your second suit, forcing him to bid again. But do not let it stop before you get to 4 spades. You would never bid 3 spades, because 3 spades gives him the possibility of passing the hand. You cannot do that.
When the opening is a
All
spade.
right, if this bid, if the bid goes 1 spade, pass, 2 diamonds, pass, 2 spades. If you bid 3 spades there,
He's going to take your,
he can pass, and you don't want him to pass. Okay, so you have to bid 4 spades. Never bid 3 spades, because 3 spades is
Queen
always.
spades is the
Or
opening.
hearts, or whatever.
And it's whatever was open,
Yes,
you don't want to bid 3.
unless you're inviting. Okay? If you don't know if you should be in game or not, you invite. If you know you should be in game, bid it. Yes. Okay. All right, so when opening a major, 3-card support, raise the major if possible. If you can't raise the major, bid 1 of another suit if possible. If you can't do that, bid 1 no draw. If you have an intermediate hand, you can bid 2 of a new suit, 10 or 11 points. If you have 4, you need 4 in a suit to bid it as the responder, not 5, 4. Okay? Except for the minors, you have to. Opening over a minor, 10 to 11 points over a major, you make an invitational bid if you have support. If you don't support, you can bid another suit to move your bid, see if he has a fit in another suit. If you have game, you have to make sure you get to game. You can bid it directly, or you can make forcing bids until you find out where your fit is. So you have to determine your fit, which will determine your strain, which one of these contracts you're going to be in. And then you have to determine the level based upon the total number of high card points that you have.
Does a responding bid indicate anything about balance?
Well, if you
If it's
have,
no trump.
well, no trump definitely means a balanced hand except for the 1 no trump opening. But generally, if you have a 4
But
card,
not opening, but response.
Because when we look at the book, you know, when they talk about maximum points, they're saying that
13
if you
to
have
15.
13 to 15 would be like, you know, Trump, and if you have 16 to 18, you know, Trump. But that doesn't
Right.
necessarily say,
Well, that's straightforward. That's adding your points to their points. So you know they have 12, so if you have 13 to 15, you can safely bid, you can safely bid 2. The reason I didn't put that up there is because there are more variations on how people use that than anything. But to answer your question, yes, if you have a balanced hand, you can bid some number of no trump that describes that. If you have 6 to 10, you bid 1 no trump. If you have more than that, you can bid 2 no trump and even.
But we're talking about here, responding with one no
One
trump.
no trump.
Is that saying you have a balanced hand?
Yes.
No.
Well, not one no trump, but all the others do, yes.
Okay, one no trump does not indicate